What's up, guys? Knicks Daily here back. Before we get into the video, do me a favor, hit the like button, get this out to more Knicks fans, subscribe if you're new. Today, we're going to be just diving into basically everything. I just sat down and was like, I want to talk about the Knicks, but I don't know anyone that likes the Knicks, so I'm just going to make a YouTube video about it. We're going to talk about Johnny Davis, Cam Reddish, pretty much just, a couple of things that I need to get off my chest here. But the thing about the Knicks is they drafted Frank Ntilikina and Kevin Knox. That's the truth. The Knicks cannot mess this pick up. Why can't they mess it up? Because we're not signing any free agents, and we're certainly not making any trades for big players. Those days are done, man. We can definitely get back to being a free agent destination, but the next 2 to 3 years, we've got to develop these guys, and we've got to buy into it. Which means, yeah, Coach Thibodeau, he's got to go because he's not going to play these young guys. He was basically forced to play them. Oh, yeah, and we were winning more games. We were more competitive. Why do you think that is? Because the young guys are the key to success, and we need to play them. The thing about the young guys is they might get us to the play-in, they might get us to the playoffs, or they might make it so we miss the playoffs, but we've still got our pick anyway. We've got Dallas, we've got a lot of picks to work with. But the thing about this, and if I'm wrong, you guys can come back to this video. You guys can remember this for the rest of my channel. And that's, I just don't think Johnny Davis is going to be, not necessarily like, I don't think he's going to be a bad player, but I don't think he's going to be the player that Knicks fans want or think he will be. Like, I'm just constantly looking at comments on the videos and reading articles, and it's like, oh, Johnny Davis to the Knicks, Johnny Davis. And I'm like, well, wait a minute. There's a player that is basically what you guys want Johnny Davis to be, but better, and that's Malachi Branham. We talked about him in my last video. The New York Post just wrote an article, I think it was today or yesterday, I think it was today, about how the Knicks need to consider drafting him. And it's like, yes, draft Malachi Branham. I haven't heard anything about him. I haven't heard a single Knicks fan once comment in one of my videos about Branham, but I've seen so many about Johnny Davis. So remember that, guys. Remember, when we see a thing, a post about Johnny Davis and the interview going well, that same thing was said about Kevin Knox and Frank Ntilikina. I don't want the Knicks to draft another Kevin Knox or Frank Ntilikina. I want a star. I want Donovan Mitchell. Remember we passed on him? Come on, man. I think we passed on DeRozan back in the day, too. We need to hit this pick and just take Malachi Branham or take someone else. I think Duran's going to be a star, but again, we've got Mitchell Robinson. I don't care. Just take whoever the Knicks think is the best player. But moving on from that, I had to get that off my chest. And again, if you want Johnny Davis, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm not saying you know any less about basketball than me. It's just my opinion. So hopefully you guys can respect that. And I'll respect yours down in the comments. I read every one. So let's talk about Cam Reddish, bro, because man, he's a bucket. Cam Reddish is a bucket. I need a Cam Reddish jersey. If we can bring Cam back, I'm gonna get his jersey. You can hold me to that. Hold me to that, Knicks fans. I just said it. I'm gonna get his jersey. I love Cam Reddish. I think he's gonna be a star. And when he went to the Knicks, I was so excited, bro. 22 years old. He only has 133 total games under his belt in 3 seasons. Of course, in January, the Knicks traded for him. It was supposed to jumpstart his career, going from the Hawks, a team that had just so many wings, to the Knicks who needed a two-way player to help them on the perimeter. Oh, yeah, but once again, remember what I said in the beginning of this video? Coach Thibodeau. Coach Thibodeau refused to play him. And also, Cam was dealing with an injury as well, which didn't hurt it. But, I mean, Cam, he was playing 23.4 minutes per game to 14.3 from Atlanta to the Knicks. How is he playing less minutes? The Knicks needed a player like him. The Hawks didn't. He's playing less minutes with the Knicks than he was for the Hawks. Coach Thibodeau at times was just completely excluding him altogether from the rotation. After appearing in just 15 total games following the trade, Cam would miss the remainder of the season with a right shoulder separation injury. And of course, the start for his Knicks career was a flop. It was bad. But there's reason to believe that Cam will break out. And I know that I get a lot of comments, and I completely agree. It's like, well, Cam, he's been in the league now for 3 years, and when is it going to happen? Like, you keep saying, everyone keeps saying that Cam is going to break out, and it never happens. Well, we've got to give this kid an opportunity. Like, if Coach Thibodeau is going to play him 14.3 minutes per game, it better be because he's not good. Because that wasn't why Cam wasn't playing. It's because Coach doesn't like to play these younger guys. He likes to go out there and play Taj Gibson. He likes to go out there and play Alec Burks. Now, give or take, Alec Burks was really good. He might have been our best player. Alec Burks says a lot about the next season. Jesus, I really just say that to come out of my mouth that Alec Burks was our best player. I don't know why I said that, but he was good for us. But again, we don't want to be good. Like we want to be great. Cam Reddish gives the Knicks a lot of upside. He's 6'8" with a 7'1" wingspan. Of course, he's terrific at anticipating passes, and of course, he's got those that long wingspan of his, which he can get into passing lanes. He's got a 2.6% steal rate with the Knicks, which ranked in the 96th percentile, which is really good, obviously. His offense has been extremely streaky. I mean, a 90.2% mark from the free throw line last season, which is another very good thing, combined with solid overall mechanics, should inspire hope. Reddish also knocked down 38.9% of his catch and shoot threes on 131 total attempts. So if he's got a 7'1" wingspan, he's getting into the passing lane. He's a good free throw shooter. He can shoot the open three ball, catch and shoot. Why the hell is this guy not getting minutes? Why the hell is this guy not in our rotation? It's completely inexcusable. I started off this video really calm, but now it's turned into a rant. Coach Thibodeau, I'm calling you out right now. You'll never see this video. You'll never know who I am. But you should, because how are the fans and all these writers pointing out how good Cam could be for the Knicks, but you don't see it? Man, it's inexcusable. Like, dude, Coach Tibb, you literally had to play the young guys, and the Knicks finally were playing the best basketball they have all season. Like, how does it take this long to realize that Emmanuel Quickley is a star? Like, you guys know, like, for those of you that have been watching me since the start, you guys know every video I was like, Emmanuel Quickley had another good game tonight. Another good game. Is he really a starting point guard in the NBA? Like, is he really? And the reason why is because he, finally, like, he's becoming the guy. Like, the whole season, Quickley was coming off the bench and was a role player, and that's why I was like, well, if Quickley was truly a star in the making, he'd be starting. But again, that's Coach Thibodeau. That's Coach Thibodeau for playing Burks at point guard over Quickley. That's inexcusable, man. So I do blame myself for it a little bit, but at the same time, I'm blaming Coach Tibb. And I'm not saying the Knicks didn't make the playoffs because of Coach Tibb. I mean, he was a huge part of it. Obviously, RJ and Randall need to be better. Everyone needs to be better. But we've got to bring in a coach here that is going to commit to the young guys. Someone that, I don't even care if he's a player's coach or not, but just someone that understands that the Knicks have a young roster. It's going to take a couple of seasons, but they're going to be really good. So, like, we need a coach for that. Not a coach that's going to throw RJ Barrett out there for 43, 44 minutes and not start an actual point guard. I mean, Emmanuel Quickley is a shooting guard, but he definitely should be playing point guard. And we know he can because he's racking up 10 assist games. And of course, Cam Reddish, he's never been much of a playmaker. I don't think he really ever will be. But again, we don't need Cam Reddish to be a playmaker because we need his athleticism to finish around the rim over bigger defenders. And the Knicks, they definitely, I'm going to say this, bro. I've been saying that we really should not look to move Evan Fournier. You guys know how I feel about Evan Fournier. I mean, he's obviously not really a good defender, and he's kind of an inconsistent shooter. He's good from three. But again, if we can move Fournier, I'm going to be honest, like, we could just bring Fournier off the bench. I don't even care, but just we need to get Cam Reddish into a starting role. Emmanuel Quickley, RJ Barrett, Cam Reddish, Obi Toppin, Mitchell Robinson. That's what the Knicks need to start. And if they don't start that, they're fools and they're morons, and that's why they haven't won a championship since like the 1970s. My freaking mother and father weren't even alive the last time the Knicks won a championship. It's disgusting. It's repulsing. It's absurd. It's your boy Knicks Daily. I'm out. Peace.